Hello guys, welcome to the Swift programming language for absolute beginners video. In this video, we'll be looking at array. An array is one of the collection types in Swift. It stores the value of the same type in an ordered, and the same value can repeat itself in an array, also in different positions. That is, the item in an array doesn't necessarily have to be unique. In this video, we'll be looking at how we can define an array, how we can combine multiple arrays together. We also look at accessing and modifying an item in an array. We also look at iterating over an array. Without further ado, let's move into our S code. Now in S code, let's start with creating or defining an array. Now there are two methods of doing this. We can use an array initializer approach or array literals method. Now let's start with an array literals method. Let me declare this variable. Let's say var items. Let's assign it and give it a square braces of int. Let me assign this to a variable called this. So then I say 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now what we just did now is that we've created an array of type int using an array literals approach. Now let's look at the object initializer approach. Let's say we have var. Let's use a variable var item 2, and then we assign it to an array Let's indicate the type we have in this. Let's say an array of ints. Let's close this angle bracket. So let's say repeating and this parameter we are passing is just to add some item to it. So you can say 3 and then 3. Let's count it 4 times or 5 times. So now let's print this to array which we have just created into our console. Let's say print items. And let's also print item 2. Print item 2 to the console. Let's run this. So we have an error here. We have an extra braces which we created. So let's run it again. So now we have the 2 items which we created on our console. We have 2, 3, 4, 5, and the 2 arrays. So that's how to create another array. And this type can be of any type. It can be of Boolean. We just take 1 or 2. We just take 2 of course. We also can be of string and even our custom type. Now let's look at how we can combine 2 arrays. First, let's declare this array. Let's say var item 3. Let's assign it to let's assign it to some arrays. Let's just give that like few items. Let's say 8 and 9. So we now have an array of typings which contain an 8 and 9. So let's say we wanted to combine the item which we created into this item 3 array with this item 3 array. So what we'll do is we say item 3, then do the compound assignment operator, this plus assignment, and then the item which we wanted to combine, the array which we wanted to combine with it. In this case, let's use item, and let's print item 3 to the console. Then 3. Now let's link item 3 to the console. Let me comment this out first. Yeah, print item 3. Let's see what we have on our console. So now we now have those two items combined together. So that's how we can combine two arrays together. We can also do it the normal way, but so you can say item 3, and then we reassign this to, let's say, item, then concatenation operators, then we can now add item 3 again. And if we print this to the console, we should still have the same result as before, which is combining the two items to the array. So we still have it here, although we now have it double because we concatenate it here and then we concatenate it again on that. So that's why we now have repeated item multiple times. So let's comment this out. Now let's look at how we can access and modify an array. So how can we like get some items from the array? How can we remove some items from the array? How can we check how many items we have in an array, for example? So now to check the number of items in an array, there's a property called count on any array which we have. So we can say count. So this will give us the number of items we have in this array. So let's print this to the console and see what we have. So we have 6 items in that array. Also, we also have is empty property. Let's check this out. It's empty. This will return a boolean, which will indicate whether that array is empty or not. So to check whether an array is empty, can use the property is empty. So for this now, we can see we have false because the array contains 6 items, so it's not empty. Also, we can append an item. Appending an item is adding an item to an array that already exists in an array. So let me append an item to this array. Let's do append method. And what's the new element which we wanted to add? Let's say here 12. And let's see what we have. Let's bring this appending out and see what we have. So this will return. Okay, let's just do it this way. Let's bring this out. And then pass item 3 here. So we should see that so we now have 12, which we just append to the item. So we can append to an array by we can add to an array by using the append method. Also, we also have insert method. With insert method, we can indicate the position where we wanted to insert a particular item into an array. So let's call it item 3 dot insert. This is going to take two parameters. The item which we wanted to insert, let's say here, let's say 9, and what's the position of the item we wanted to insert. So we put the position where we want this item to be inserted here. So we can say 3, and then let's see what we have. If we print item 3 to the console now. Okay, so you can see now we have inserted it at number 3. You can say 9 at 3. So say 0, 1, 2, 3. So also there's also another method called how we can remove. So you can say item 3 dot remove at, so we indicate the index which we wanted to remove. Let's say 4. So if we run this, we see that the 4th item, which is the 8, should be gone. So you can see we have removed the item in position number 4 of the previous array. Also, we also have remove last. There's a method called also we also use an array that's called remove last. So let's put that. We have dot remove last. This doesn't have any parameters, so it will just remove the last item of in the array. Which in our case supposed to be 12. Let's see what we have. We're not 12 here, but yes. Let me remove this append. Well, we can see our last element has been removed. Let's just remove this first. Let's also comment out this and see what we have. So now let me see. Sorry, there's an error. So let's bring this to the console. So now the last item has been removed. Now let's look at how we can iterate over a list of an array items. Let's look at that. So for our item 3, for example, let's say we wanted to iterate, we can use for in loop. For item in item 3 so let me print this. So let's print items to the console. Print item. So we should have all the items in that array listed to the console. So we now see it listed. And sometimes if we need to access the indices of this, so this we can call the enumeration method on this, enumerated method. So this will return a tuple which contains the value and the index of that particular item on array. So let's do this. So let me use I for index and V for the value. So if I wanted to, I can say let's put this in a string and use string interpolation. Let's say value, then so you can do value and then put I here. Oh, sorry, let's put V here. And then the index, let's say comma index. Let's say I here. So if print this to the console, we should see the index of each item in the array. Also, in an array, you can also replace a range of value with a particular new values. Let's say, for example, in this, let's declare this array. Let's say array of grocery list. Let me use var. So let me use modify it. Var, let's say grocery list. Let's assign it to some. Let's say I declare an array of string. An array string. Let's say milk, comma. Let's say paste. So now, let's say we wanted to remove a range of values from this. Let's say, for example, we wanted to remove item from, we wanted to replace an item from, let's say, an item at position 0 and position 1, which will be milk and soap here with a different item. So what we can do is we can say grocery list. We can do it like this, grocery list. Give this a square brace. Indicate a range. Let's say 0 to 1. And then we can now assign those items, the new item which you wanted to add, which you wanted to pass within those range, which is, you can say square braces. Let's say here now we just wanted to add salt. Now let's print our grocery list to the console and see what we have. Print grocery list to the console. Oh, sorry, there's an error here. It's supposed to be 3 dots. And now if we check the console, we can now see that we no longer have milk and soap in our array. We just have salt and paste in our array. So if we remove every item that falls within the range of 0 to 1, we just sort in the array. So guys, this is the end of this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, leave a like button, share. See you in the next video.